All right, so we're gonna do the Spider-Man hip opener stretch. And we're gonna start with giving you basically two options. I'm gonna be doing it on the floor. Sarah's gonna be doing it with her foot elevated in case being on the floor is difficult. Any of these variations that we're into, you can switch from the floor to the chair or a box or a bench or whatever you have. You might find different positions are easier, some positions are harder. Just as you're going through it, you can switch up and down. We're gonna essentially try to spend 3 minutes on each side of the stretch. So we're gonna get 3 minutes on the right side, then 3 minutes on the left side, or 3 minutes left, 3 minutes right, whatever you wanna do. And I have a timer going, so it's gonna be real minutes and seconds.
The longest 3 minutes of our lives.
It will probably be the longest 3 minutes of your life. And then another long 3 minutes of your life. So follow along with us, fast forward to each position if you need to. You can shorten this. You can basically spend a minute on each side and get a pretty good dose of this. You just kind of take it for what it is and work with what you got. So we're gonna start, I'm gonna start on my right side, basically in a really low lunge position. I'm gonna just start with my hands on the inside, so kind of thinking about my belly button a little bit to the left of my foot, trying to keep my foot straight and my big toe down. So the timer is going, so we've started, we're in this. What we want to do is not stay static in these positions. We want to try to just keep moving. I can go back and forth. I can go side to side. Right? I can make little circles. And then within these positions, within this first variation, we're going to try to vary what my torso is doing, what my hips are doing. So first thing I'm going to change up is I'm going to start moving a little bit towards my knee. So I'm just going to kind of shift my torso towards my knee, still trying to keep that foot flat and just trying to move around a little bit in this shape. Moving around, moving around. We're almost done with this first variation. I'm going to move a little bit away, kind of find a different little piece here, push the knee away. Kind of making little bitty circles. And in here. Excellent. All right, and now we're going to move on to the second variation, still on the right side, moving into minute 2. I'm going to shift my back leg to the right, so now my belly button is centered over that foot. So I might have a hard time keeping that big toe down, so I'm going to use my hand to keep that big toe down and that heel down. Again, we're trying to still keep moving. Hip circles if you can, if you need to. Scooting all around. And then I'm going to move towards my knee. So I'm shifting my torso towards my knee. This one's pretty spicy here for me. I don't know what you're feeling. Feels like something's chewing on my butt right here.
Yep.
Make sure there's nothing down there. Yeah, I'm good. I'm safe.
No animals.
Nope. And then I'm going to break up with my knee. I'm going to push it away. Try to stay in the center though. Push it away. This one's pretty good. This one gets higher into the hip flexor, into that outside of the hip. Ooh. Keep moving though. Just keep moving around. All right, and then for our last variation on this side, we're going to go onto the knife edge of our foot. This one's pretty challenging. So I'm going to have a hard time here. I don't know if you guys are pretty flexy or not at home, but this is pretty challenging. I'm just going to hang out here.
The foot is still in front of the belly button.
Yep, the foot's still right in the center of the belly button, and I'm just kind of going back and forth, making little circles. I'm limited on what I can do here, so I got some work to do. I'm going to start shifting towards the knee. Again, this is challenging, so little circles, moving around, up and down. And then I'm going to move away from the knee, try to get as far away as I can. Make little circles.
Whoa.
Yeah. Ooh, we're almost done. A couple more seconds. and relax. Bring that out. Bring that other foot up.
Oh, we're just gonna go right into the other side. Okay.
Yeah, might as well. We'll give it about 30 seconds before we get really deep into it. But we're gonna go to the other side, let that side hang out. Relax. Another 30 seconds, right? What did I say? 30 seconds?
A minute. What? I know.
We haven't started
now I
yet.
lost. Oh.
I'm like sweating.
I thought we started. I can't count that. I was like,
No, don't
20
count that.
seconds in. Oh, okay.
We're gonna go at the even minute here. So we're gonna start in 10 seconds. Woo! This has been longer than what I said, I think. You guys are champs. Thanks for sticking with us. All right, we're in this here. We're gonna keep that foot down. Remember, my belly button is now just to the right of my foot. I'm gonna hang out in this. This is kind of like our regular Spider-Man stretch that we do in the gym. Keeping that foot straight, big toe down, heel down. Again, moving the hip, little circles. Excellent. Now I'm gonna move towards the knee, right? So I'm gonna give my knee a hug or whatever. I'm gonna get nice and close. Trying to get that belly button close to the toes. Circling around. Excellent. Now I'm gonna break up with the knee. Get away from me. You smell funny. Make little circles. Not today. Not today, knee.
Try not to make a pain face.
Yeah, no pain face. You gotta
Sure.
laugh. You gotta be happy. You gotta enjoy this time. All right. Now we're gonna move on to variation 2. So I'm gonna shift my knee to the left, and now my belly button is right in the center of my foot, keeping the foot straight. That knee is going that way, and I'm just gonna hang out here in the middle. Hips are sort of perpendicular to the foot. Scooting around, scooting around. All right, now we're gonna go towards the knee. Oh, these minutes are flying by pretty fast. What do you think?
Yeah, no, they're going fast, but I am.
Circles. Grizzly face.
They're not enjoyable minutes.
Not enjoyable minutes?
No.
Move around, move around, move around. All right, now let's break up with that knee. Get away from me. You smell funny. Yep, that one's good. It's a good spot. Find a spot that you like. You can kind of noodle around in there. It's a good word. Noodle around. Informed freestyling. That's what Kelly Starrett says.
Oh.
Move around, move around. Shout out to Kelly Starrett if you're not on Mobility WOD. Or, no, it's called the Ready State now. Ready State. You should get on that. You should get on that Ready State. All right? And then we're going to move to the knife edge, right? We're in the knife edge one. So I'm going to move that foot all the way to the edge of my instep, the outside of my foot. Torso is perpendicular, that first little variation.
I like this one best.
Right in the middle?
But with my foot turned like that.
Yeah. This one's making my toes do funny things. Don't look at my toes. Don't look at my toes. You'll be hypnotized by my toes.
Now you're going to look at his face.
All right, now we'll move towards the knee. Try to turn that torso as much as you can. Get some hip movement in there. Circles. Back and forth. Yep. And then we will break up with the knee. So start working your way around, nice and smooth. Get away from that thing as much as you can. You can push it away, add even more pressure.
Do all that.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah. Let's spend 15 seconds here and then we're donezo. Donezo. Open up, big circle. Whoa. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and Relax. Whew. Whew. All right. That's it. High five. Nope. Invisible high five.
Oh my.
Corona high
We're
five.
gonna do the.
Oh yeah, Corona elbows. All right, thanks again. That was the basic hip opener for the squat, hip archetype, any of those kind of deep hip hinges. Test, retest. You can see if you can pick your knee up closer to your chest. You can check your squat out, see if your squat feels better. Those are different things we're working on. We'll give you another video for the shoulders and stuff, and then we'll move on.
Oof.